Hello viewers, it's Rob A here. We're looking at the Long Sault Parkway sign. This parkway is a gorgeous piece of real estate that leads into a really terrific Ontario provincial park that was largely manufactured out of what are essentially man-made islands. We're along the coast of the St. Lawrence River here, and what was created in 1958 with a huge hydroelectric project on the St. Lawrence River was a series of man-made islands that were formerly a number of towns. So we're going to head into the provincial park and show you just how beautiful it is and what a great spot to stay. So hang on for the ride. There are a number of campgrounds along the length of the parkway, viewers. We're looking east here, and I think this particular section of the area is a public beach mainly. No campsites in this particular spot. No shortage of geese, of course. And across the roadway here we've got, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and zoom in on this, but we've got a brood of wild turkeys. So there's a reasonable amount of wildlife on the island. Very pastoral here and quiet. There are noise restrictions throughout the day and night on the island, or on the series of islands I should say. And the raising of the water levels of the St. Lawrence River in this area actually created Lake St. Lawrence, Lac Saint-Laurent I presume in French, and I think it raised the river level something like 40 feet, which submerged, as I mentioned earlier, a number of towns, small villages rather. And the parkway, or causeway I guess as it really should be called, connects a series of these islands together, and it all conforms to make a beautiful, scenic, quiet, beautiful park. For anybody interested in quiet camping, as I mentioned, there's noise restrictions 24 hours a day, so you don't get radios blaring at night and loud voices and, you know, alcoholic stupors. It's a beautiful, calm place. Let's pop into one of the campgrounds on the parkway, viewers, and we'll give you a taste of what it might be like if you decided to come here for a camping trip. One of the first things that greets your eye is a handy little convenience store off in the distance here. Doesn't have a whole lot of items, but for a few basic essentials, good place to stop by. Not to mention ice cream and soft drinks. When we first arrived on the site, we were surprised that there are only 3 showers in this section of the campground, actually for this particular campground. However, a lot of the rigs that have pulled up here are very large, and most or all of them would have their own self-contained shower units and bathrooms. So I presume a number of the folks here are using their own facility rather than the public showers. You can see what a beautiful pastoral shot of scene this is, viewers. We've got the lake, the St. Lawrence Lake, I presume, just in front of us here. And the public washrooms are certainly clean and quite accessible, fairly modern. No problem there. The park does offer some amenities for younger folks. Nice climbing set here. Gazebo in case of rain. A little swing set behind us here. You can see, viewers, that the trailer sites are quite generous in their size. Well, they're not crammed together, and there's really a nice combination of trees and open spaces. We're looking down at the main beach here. We'll give you a close-up shortly. Seems to be quite a child-friendly beach of considerable size. And you can see in the distance some quite interesting vistas. It is possible to rent kayaks and canoes, I believe, in one of these campground areas. Water levels are higher than normal, of course, in the St. Lawrence and Lake Ontario due to the vast amount of rain that we've had in the last few months. Having just been in the water, viewers, I can tell you it's a great beach for kids out until the buoy line markers. Past those markers, it's pretty bad because the weeds, the water weeds, almost ascend to the top of the water level, so you're swimming in a thick goo of weeds. Not ideal. But once again, great for kids if you've got youngsters. Here's another quite pretty view of the campsite, viewers. Once again, we're looking at the store from the other side. And as you can see from my earlier comments, some of these rigs that people bring to the park are so huge. They're like cottages on wheels. It is possible to get a season's pass here. And these people, I would imagine, these folks I'm sure must have one, judging by their ornaments and their complete setup, complete with flower, almost like a flower garden. They've gone all the way. There is a variety of setups you can participate in, viewers. This particular row is without hydro and water. Our own unit, next row over, has both 30 amp power and a water connection. And there are dump sites in the park as well. Some beautiful shaded areas here, including the one that we're walking down.